Food stamp benefits get historic boost with the program's largest permanent increase. Mitch McConnell thinks the Biden student loan forgiveness is a wildly unfair redistribution of wealth. P-EBT summer benefits announcements for states including Alabama, Virginia, understanding what is required to qualify for SNAP benefits, and information for families that don't qualify for SNAP. The Commodity Supplemental Food Program could help seniors get food. And what is the highest income for food stamps in 2022? Welcome back to Kevin Talks Money. Now, the American Rescue Plan provided an additional $37 million to boost a program for elderly citizens who might need extra help with groceries and food each month. And the Commodity Supplemental Food Program provides low-income elderly individuals with supplemental nutritious food from the U.S. Department of Agriculture each month. The monthly packages of food don't include whole meals and meal packages, but rather supply supplemental food products that are considered good sources of the nutrients typically lacking in the diets of the beneficiary population. The Commodity Supplemental Food Program supplies a variety of food like grains, oatmeal, corn, grits, beans, peanut butter, canned chicken, beef, and tuna, and canned low-sodium vegetables like corn and peas. More details on all the foods available through the program can be found on the USDA Food and Nutrition Service website. In order to be eligible for the program, an individual must be 60 years or older and must have a household income at or below 130% of the federal poverty income guidelines, published by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Now, I will share the income guidelines on the screen now for the lower 48 states and District of Columbia, including limits for Alaska and Hawaii. Are established and published annually by the Department of Health and Human Services. In order to reach the annual income limit of 130%, the poverty guidelines are multiplied by 1.3, and the results are then rounded up to the next whole dollar. These income guidelines are gross income, meaning before tax deductions for items like income taxes, employees' Social Security taxes, insurance premiums, and bonds. So this means whatever your pre-tax income is, that's what's counted towards the whole for the income limitations. Each state has its own guidelines for program participation and overall eligibility. Some states may also establish local residency requirements based on designated service areas, but may not require a minimum period of residency. In addition, some states can require that participants be at nutritional risk as determined by a physician or by local emergent or agency staff. In order to apply, you will need to contact your state's distributing agency, which I will link in the description below. Now, this program is an addition and or a supplement to Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits allocations, and means it is possible to receive SNAP benefits and still receive food packages as part of the CSFP program. And good news, the food stamp benefits program is getting a historic boost with the program's largest permanent increase. According to the New York Times, the Biden administration is giving the food stamp program a major facelift. Beginning in October, the average benefits will rise more than 25% from pre-pandemic levels, making it the largest permanent increase to benefits in the program's history. Formerly known as the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, the food stamp program feeds 42 million people, or 1 in 8 Americans. Over the past decade, critics have said that benefits were too low, and they were too low to provide an adequate diet and were based on outdated information. The New York Times reported that more than 3/4 of households drained benefits during the first half of the monthly cycle. And researchers have linked this shortage to other problems such as increased hospital admissions, school suspensions, and lower SAT scores. Nonetheless, before the pandemic, the program provided monthly benefits of $121 per person. Under the new rule, that amount will raise by $36. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack said that in the middle of disease, hardship, and racial disparities, the $79 billion annual cost of the program helps stabilize our democracy. Now, according to the Bloomberg, the food stamps benefits are calculated based on income and the number and age of people in a household. And the new maximum benefit for a family of 4 will increase to $835 a month. And food stamp recipients are expected to spend 30% of their net income on food, which can only be used to purchase groceries. Without this update, food stamp benefits would have dropped in October. Luckily, pandemic relief legislation gave a temporary 15% boost to benefits with an expiration date of September 30th. Although, according to the New York Times, congressional approval is not required, and these changes are here to stay. And summer pandemic EBT, or P-EBT, benefits are rolling out to families with children who receive free or reduced price school meals through the National School Lunch Program. Qualifying households will receive $391 for each participating student to purchase SNAP-eligible food at stores that accept electronic benefit transfer or EBT cards. And the benefits cover the summer months retroactively. And according to the state of Alabama and their Department of Human Resources, Alabama is among the first states in the country to start issuing summer P-EBT benefits for 2022, releasing a statement of, "Food security is a key ingredient in the recipe for child success in the classroom and at home. And Alabama continues to do a tremendous job of reducing the risk of hunger and giving children the best chance to achieve their full potential." I'd like to point out that it has been reported that families who receive P-EBT benefits during the 2021 and 2022 school year can access the summer benefits on their existing EBT cards in the coming days. And EBT cards will be delivered by mail within 20 days to those who are new to the National School Lunch Program. And remember that the benefits expire 9 months from their issue date. But DHR leaders said recipients should keep their cards in case more benefits are added in the future. Summer P-EBT benefits are limited to students who receive free or reduced price meals from the National School Lunch Program by application or through either the community eligibility provision or a provision to school. And if you would like to become eligible for summer P-EBT, families may apply for the National School Lunch Program by contacting their local schools no later than August 31st. While folks in the state of Virginia will see their release of summer P-EBT benefits this week also. In a press release earlier this week, VDSS, the Virginia Department of Social Services, said a one-time summer payment of $391 per eligible student will be uploaded retroactively on previously issued P-EBT or SNAP EBT cards, marking another round of pandemic EBT benefits that will be released as of yesterday, Thursday, August 25th. The agency said eligible households that don't have a card should request a new one by calling 1-866-281-2448 or filling out the online inquiry form. And according to the press release, after that, one should be mailed to the address provided by their school within 7 to 10 days of benefits issuance. Noting that as food insecurity remains a challenge, VDSS, the Virginia Department of Social Services, said the additional P-EBT benefits will provide roughly $276 million in assistance to more than 700,000 students, with some moms reported sharing how they're expecting to get more than $1,000 to help feed 3 kids, and saying how it's a big help as they struggle with higher prices at the grocery stores, noting that they'll be able to sleep at night and it's going to make a huge difference in their lives. Meanwhile, the White House announced another $10,000 student loan cancellation and one more payment pause extension Wednesday. The temporary assistance is available for all school-age children who are eligible to receive free or reduced price meals during the 2021-2022 school year or attended a school approved to participate in the community eligibility provision. VDSS recently received federal approval for the summer meal assistance, but the state has yet to receive guidance for P-EBT during the 2022-2023 school year. And the state superintendent encourages Virginia families to submit applications for free meals. And mentioned that while the federal government is changing how expired or unused benefits are handled, benefits will now expire on SNAP EBT or P-EBT cards after 9 months of no spending activity, rather than after 1 year of inactivity. VDSS also sends a warning letter 30 days before these expirations start. Although some recipients of these benefits stated that they previously lost much needed money because no one from the state or the school district notified them that more P-EBT benefits had been uploaded on their old card. But it's not clear how big the problem may be, and the United States Department of Agriculture didn't answer questions previously asked about how much money allocated to P-EBT was sent back to the federal government after not being used, and whether parents in that situation have any recourse. But at this point in time, it's expected that there isn't anything they can do to get those benefits back once lost. Households that do not qualify for P-EBT benefits are in need of additional food resources may be eligible for assistance through community-based resources such as the USDA National Hunger Hotline, operated by Hunger Free America. SNAP households can also utilize the Virginia Fresh Match program. The Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program helps eligible seniors get locally grown fruit, vegetables, and herbs while supporting local farmers and farmers markets in Virginia. And the Federation of Virginia Food Banks utilizes partnerships across the state to provide a healthier, food secure Virginia. And a common question often asked is, what is the highest income for food stamps in 2022? So as you may all know, Americans who apply for federal supplementary nutrition assistance program benefits are required to meet an extended set of eligibility criteria to qualify, and one of those has to do with income. SNAP, formerly known as food stamps, is a federal program administered by the U.S. Department of Agriculture that provides food purchasing assistance to low-income households. Beneficiaries now pay with electric benefit transfer cards instead of food stamps. Everyone who lives together and purchases and prepares meals together is grouped together as one SNAP household according to the USDA. That's the case even if they purchase and prepare meals separately. In most cases, you're not eligible for SNAP benefits if an institution gives you most of your meals, but there are exceptions for elderly persons and disabled persons. In terms of income eligibility, the USDA looks at both gross income and net income. Normally, your household must meet both the gross and net income limits, or you're not eligible for SNAP and can't receive benefits. The exceptions are households with an elderly or disabled person, in which case you only need to meet the net income limit. For the purpose of SNAP, gross income is a household's total, non-excluded income before any deductions have been made. Net income is gross income minus allowable deductions. If all members of your household receive temporary assistance for needy families, supplemental security income, SSI, or in some places, other general assistance, your household might be deemed ineligible for SNAP benefits. You have already been determined eligible for another means tested program. The current income eligibility limits apply to households in the lower 48 states and the District of Columbia that apply for SNAP benefit between October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2022. SNAP gross and net income limits are higher in Alaska and Hawaii, so if you live in those states, contact your local SNAP administrator. And crazy old Mitch McConnell thinks Biden's student loan forgiveness is a wildly unfair redistribution of wealth. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell criticized President Biden's decision to cancel $10,000 of student loan debt for borrowers making less than $125,000 annually, calling it a wildly unfair redistribution of wealth in favor of higher-earning Americans. McConnell said in a statement on Twitter on Wednesday that the move is a slap in the face to those in the workforce who made sacrifices to pay off their debt, as well as those who made different career choices to avoid student debt. He said the median American with student loans has a much higher income than the median American overall, and experts who have studied loan forgiveness have found that its benefits mostly goes to higher earning individuals. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said President Biden's inflation is crushing working families, and his answer is to give away even more government money to elites with higher salaries. Now, if you recall, Mitch McConnell is the same political figure who said Americans are basically just lazy and don't want to go to work, and he said they are all flush with cash from stimulus checks and won't return to work until they run out of that money they received from the Fed years ago. Now, I know for a fact many folks didn't receive any money due to lost and or stolen checks, fraud, or direct deposit problems that were never resolved after spending hours on the phone with government customer service representatives. And Mitch McConnell also said that Democrats are literally using working Americans' money to try to buy themselves some enthusiasm from their political base. We are coming up on midterm elections, so there is that. And a study conducted by the Brookings Institute reported in October 2020 that the 40% of households with the highest incomes, more than $74,000 per year, owe almost 60% of outstanding student loan debt. And the 40% of households with the lowest incomes hold just less than 20% of that debt. And Biden's plan will forgive up to $20,000 in Pell Grant recipients, those with the greatest financial need, and limit repayment of undergraduate loans to 5% of a borrower's monthly income. The president also extended the pause on federal student loan repayment until December 31st, pushing back a deadline that was set to pass at the end of this month. Senior administration officials have said that the president's actions will largely help people who came from working class families and make up the working class now. Mitch McConnell also said Biden's decision will make inflation worse just weeks after congressional Democrats approved the Inflation Reduction Act, which Biden signed into law last week, which is anything but an act to reduce inflation, though. Meanwhile, McConnell and other Republicans have been joined by former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers in arguing that student loan debt forgiveness will make inflation worse. But the question is, what do you guys think? Drop a comment below and let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. More updates coming soon. Take care.